IVM.
I want to come to the concept of time in all of Nolan's films. I have a take here, guys. मतलब मैंने जब ये सोचा तो मैं like I blew my own mind. So are you guys ready for me to
Okay.
blow
You've
your
set up the
mind?
pressure high by saying that. I don't know why you do that. Okay, let's hear it.
Okay, so in all of Nolan's films, he is obsessed with time. Correct? Yeah, you can put the totem in the frame while I'm saying
That's
this.
what
Okay,
we'll see.
all of his films are obsessed with time. In Inception, you have the concept of dream time and real time, that things that happen in dream time are different from how the way works in our world, right? In reality, he revisits the same thing in Interstellar, where they go on a planet where 7 minutes there is like 14 years here in
Hmm.
on Earth, right? You have that whole thing.
Right.
What if Oppenheimer is Nolan's way of saying that the atomic bombs probably took just a few seconds to explode, but we are still living in that time? Like everything after that time, we are stuck in that limbo.
Oh.
Shreyas is
Two
not
atom bombs,
impressed.
two atom bombs going. No, no, I agree. I agree with you.
Yeah.
That's a great reading of a film that we haven't
Right.
seen yet, but which we are all excited to see.
Yeah.
But I do see that
Yeah.
as a possibility for sure.
My reading of
Yeah.
Oppenheimer was that man realizes that his actions have consequences.
Yeah, very much. Which is another theme. I think guilt is also another theme that runs through a lot of Nolan films. In this movie, also, Cobb is guilty of something he did because of which his wife lost his life. Interstellar, Matthew McConaughey's character is guilty that he could not reconnect with his daughter, and
Hmm.
you straight up till Oppenheimer, where I mean, it literally plays in the promo as well, where
Hmm.
Robert Oppenheimer was not very proud of making the atomic bombs. So, watching history from the perspective of Nolan would be very interesting. What do you think, Shreyas?
Absolutely. Because I think like we experience time linearly, but time doesn't function linearly at all.
Correct.
Like
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
every moment is a culmination of other moments that have happened before our time. Like what is going to happen tomorrow will be decided by what we do today. So
Correct.
I think this narrative, and it's difficult to understand this concept when you're just living day to day, week to
Right.
week, year to year. But I think it's
Right.
movies like these that make you think about
Hmm.
these things, that make you think about time,
Hmm.
that make you think
Yeah.
about wherever you are, what is that a product of? What are all
Hmm.
the elements that have led up to you being there?
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Urjita, what
I
is your
think
take on time?
so. My take on time, or my take on Nolan's perspective on time.
Nolan's perspective of time.
So so I was thinking that like, to explain Nolan's
Hmm.
filmmaking,
Hmm.
if anybody were to explain the concept of time travel,
Hmm.
then Nolan would be the one who would actually, like, give you the proofs of why it actually makes sense.
Right.
How there is always this one guy who's like, this happened in 1946 and the same event happened in 1947. So connect the dots. So I feel Nolan
Right.
would be the one की बात सब लोग बैठ के सुनेंगे कि अच्छा, okay. Like, I feel he's very good at connecting the dots. At the
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
core, I feel that is his main passion, of just connecting the dots, and I think that should be like a challenge for him कि ये दो events है completely unrelated, अभी connect the dots. So I feel
Yeah.
he's really good at that.
I
So,
have one more theory.
yeah.
Jonathan Nolan, who has made Westworld, which is a fucking amazing show, which is a
Mm-hmm.
very good show. You should all watch it.
Yeah.
Why are both these brothers making films about time? I think it's because both
Mm.
of them were late a lot, and they just had to come up with excuses. And this just led to years and years of coming up with excuses till they're like, let's do this. Time goes, we go back in time.
Yeah,
There are four layers
yeah. I
of
think,
time.
like,
This
honey,
world, there are
no,
four
I'm not
timelines happening. What,
honey,
what?
no. I could be late for our like, honey, no. I could be late for our marriage, but in this realm, but in seven other realms, I made it in time. You don't know
Yeah.
that. In fact, you
Exactly.
were late in the other four realms. Remember? Yeah, yeah. Why do you think you are sweating? Because you were running in the other realm. Because you missed the
Mm.
bus, honey. Why would you do that with me? I think they would be.
that was a depiction of Christopher Nolan's domestic life by Urjita, who's an insider.
But I was reading this tweet about how all Nolan, his biggest fear is losing his wife and his kids. So at the
Right,
bottom of
right.
all his fears is that he loves his family and he's scared
Yeah,
of his family going away, which is sweet, which
That's
is
true.
great,
yeah,
and also everyone's anxiety, which helps.
yeah.
Even in this film,
It's either your
Fisher has
parents or your partner. It's either of them.
in this film you see both of those because Murphy's character Fisher is not on good terms with his father in this film, and there's this whole thing where he said the last thing he said to me was disappointed. Then we revisit the same theme in Interstellar. Like I said, Matthew McConaughey leaves his daughter, and actually even in Inception, Cobb's whole thing is he wants to go back to his kids, right?
Hmm.
So I think it also has to do with Nolan's guilt about being away from his family while making movies. So it's like, damn it. But
I'll
yeah,
It's
explain.
like
Just
my
watch the
birthday
movie.
birthday party
Everything will
नहीं
be
आ पाऊंगा.
clear.
It's like my birthday party में नहीं आ पाऊंगा. Sorry, but hey, I will make a movie. In which I'll,
yeah.
make you realize that I feel really sorry about not being able. It sounds like something, I will also do. So I think, yeah, yeah,
You know what
Shreyas
this
also
And
I
means,
he's
thought
like,
guys?
was
you'll watch. I know I'm late, but you'll watch this movie 18 years from now because I just started working on it. But wait for it. It'll explain everything. Then you'll know. Then you'll
yeah,
forgive me.
yeah.
I want to talk about the performances in the movie. Shreyas, who for you stood out? And is there a particular sequence that you were really blown away by in Inception?
Uh, Gravity really stood out. The absence of it in a lot of the scenes. That was a lot of fun. And the cast, I think it was. I mean, stellar. Ellen
Yeah.
Page, amazing. Killian Murphy, amazing. Leo, of course. I mean, he is.
Yeah,
Uh,
Leo. Leo was the first guy he approached for the role. He wrote the role with Leo in mind, and Leo agreed to do the film. So yeah, there
Yeah.
was no other
wow.
option for that
I'd
that
love
role.
to hear that pitch meeting. Like, how do you pitch Inception in
I'll tell you,
in
I'll
like
tell you,
a
Leo को
minute?
क्या brief दिया रहेगा. It will almost feel like you are in a sinking ship, but this time you will be able to save it.
Hey, what if the sinking ship was just a dream, huh? Wouldn't you like that? It's like, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
But we kept seeing Dark Knight symbols in old Nolan's work without him even knowing. So do you think there are clues for Oppenheimer in Inception? Like, are there any Oppenheimer?
There is a scene in Tenet where Dimple Kapadia's character has a monologue explaining to John David Washington's character about the Manhattan Project, and she mentions Oppenheimer and the repercussions that the atomic bomb had. So yeah, I mean that is very clearly something
Fuck,
that's been on Nolan's mind.
Akshay Kumar is the villain of this film. That's what you're telling me. You're gonna watch that in IMAX 2D.
I'm not going to comment on that, but yeah, Dimple Kapadia got the big monologue about Oppenheimer, which eventually became a movie. So yeah.